Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Natalie Westerbarkey. I joined the International Capital Market Association in June 2024 as Managing Director, focusing on public policy and advocacy. Along with Andy Hill, I co lead MPRP, the Market Practice and Regulatory Policy Team. Today, I'd like to walk you through a few slides I've prepared, focusing on key developments relevant to the Asset Management and Investors Council, AMIC, and the financial services industry more broadly. Let's dive right in. The first slide provides a broad overview of the topics we cover today. We begin by introducing the key EU commissioners who will play a crucial role in driving the financial services agenda. Then we'll touch on updates from the Directorate General for Financial Stability, Financial Services and Capital Markets Union, otherwise known as DG FISMA, and the European Parliament's Committee on Economic and Monetary Affairs, more frequently called the Econ Committee. From there, we'll discuss the EU's relationships with the UK, US and Asia, before concluding with AMIC's priorities. Let's start by focusing on the three commissioners we believe are most critical for advancing the financial services agenda over the next 5 years. First, Maria Luís Albuquerque. She's been appointed as Commissioner for Financial Services and the Savings and Investments Union, or SIU, which will succeed the Capital Markets Union, CMU. Ms. Albuquerque is highly experienced, having served as the Portuguese Finance Minister, the Deputy Treasury Minister, and a Member of Parliament. Her deep understanding of capital markets and European politics is an asset for our industry. Next, Mr. Stéphane Séjourné, who has been appointed Executive Vice President for Prosperity and Industrial Strategy. Both Ms. Albuquerque and Mr. Dombrovskis report directly to him, placing him in a pivotal role. His background as France's Minister for Europe and Foreign Affairs ensures he is well versed in European dynamics, including financial services. Finally, Mr. Dombrovskis, who is now Commissioner for Economy and Productivity. With his previous role as Commissioner for DG FISMA, he brings both experience and influence to this position. His mandate includes simplifying regulatory frameworks, which aligns closely with AMIC's interests. These three public sector executives will be key players in shaping policies that impact financial services and AMIC's agenda. This slide highlights the structure of the College of Commissioners. A key point here is continuity. With Ursula von der Leyen serving a second term as European Commission President, we can expect stability in policymaking. Many commissioners are returning or familiar with each other, which should foster collaboration at both the commissioner and cabinet levels. This continuity is especially reassuring given the geopolitical challenges we're facing globally. Now, let's focus on the priorities outlined in the mission letters for these commissioners, with a focus on Commissioner Albuquerque, which I believe are most relevant to AMIC. First, developing a Savings and Investments Union, or SIU. This initiative is ambitious, encompassing private savings, digital finance, competitiveness, and addressing market fragmentation. Second, creating EU-level savings and investment products. This builds on the lessons from the PEP, Pan-European Personal Pension Product, which struggled due to tax barriers and a 1% fee cap. The goal now is to design simpler, low-cost products with tax incentives that appeal to retail markets. Third, reviewing the regulatory framework. This includes measures to help startups and SMEs finance their expansions, promote non-bank financing, and encourage corporate bond issuance. There's also an opportunity here to stimulate Europe's securitization market, which remains small compared to the United States. Fourth, scaling up sustainable finance. This remains a top priority with a focus on implementing frameworks that enhance the EU's leadership in this space. And finally, advancing digital finance and payments. This includes exploring AI, fintech, and digital technologies to support innovation while managing associated risks. Commissioners Séjourné and Dombrovskis both will focus on simplification and consolidation of legislation, as well as improving the EU institutional process. Their overall objective is to stimulate sustainable growth in Europe, promote the EU's competitiveness agenda in close coordination with the European Investment Bank, the European Investment Fund, and the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Moving on to DG FISMA. While the political appointments of commissioners and cabinets are for 5 years, DG FISMA staff are permanent EU public sector officials. This ensures stability and continuity in their work. Sean Berrigan remains as Director General, supported by Alexandra Jo-Schröder as Deputy. However, there are some changes at the head of unit level, including new leadership for CMU, Unit B1. These are areas we continue to monitor closely. Now, looking at the Econ Committee. This newly composed body includes around 60 MEPs, so a large group representing the political parties and their local constituencies. However, ICMA's recent membership in the European Parliamentary Financial Services Forum, or EPFSF, is a significant advantage to support our engagement on behalf of ICMA members with European parliamentarians. Through the EPFSF, we've engaged with key policymakers, including Isabel Benjumea and Irene Tinagli, who co-chair the platform. This provides an opportunity to advocate for fixed income markets and promote sustainable growth. Finally, let's touch on international relationships. The recent elections in the EU, the UK, and the US bring both risks and opportunities. For instance, the UK Finance Minister's participation in the Eurozone conversation marks a symbolic step towards strengthening EU-UK relations. With the US, deregulation efforts may pose challenges, but they also highlight the importance of simplifying EU regulation to remain competitive. In Asia, while policy dialogue continues, market developments will likely take precedence in the near term. That brings us to the end of the slides. I hope this provides a solid foundation for discussing AMEC's priorities and the broader financial services landscape. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to your questions and comments.